New season approaching and it's right around the corner, guys. I cannot wait. I do like to be prepared for new season when they hit. Season 16 comes with a ton of new content and I would like to get through the new scoreboard as fast as possible, as most of my time will actually be used running new missions or expeditions. So to do that, I start collecting items that can be used quickly to complete daily and weekly challenges or help boost your XP. And the other thing I like to do is I like to try to go ahead and just prep for that new season, meaning that I do a couple different things to kind of get ready for it. So stay tuned if you want to hear how I actually get prepared for new season. So you might be wondering, what do you mean you like to try to get things done as quickly as possible? Well, there are quite a few different tips and tricks I do so that way I can try to get through daily quests as fast as possible, so that way I can get all the way through this wonderful scoreboard. As you can see, I'm rank 196. So I do get through my dailies pretty quickly, and I don't actually do that many of them after I reach rank 100, to be quite honest with you, so I'm kind of surprised I've gotten to rank 96. But the best way to do that is to complete daily challenges and weekly challenges, along with doing the XP boost, which is one of the weekly challenges that is available until rank 100. Anyway, if you're interested in some of my tips to quickly complete challenges, let me know and I can make a video as I get through my dailies in around 10 to 15 minutes when I'm not streaming. Brief overview, just in case you guys don't know, the best way, like I said, to complete the scoreboard is to complete those challenges, and they can be found in the menu under challenges. You have your daily and your weekly challenges, and that's what's actually going to give you score, which is going to progress you through the scoreboard. None of this will change with the season 16 update, where the whole season issue is basically going to become a season instead of a scoreboard. Anyway, all this stuff still applies. It has not changed. It's just what happens when you get to actually claiming your prizes or rewards that is actually changing. Anyhow, so the best way to do that is through your challenges. And if you do these challenges pretty frequently, you will realize very quickly that there's a bunch of them that are the same all the time. And with that being said, you can actually prepare for these by getting some of the stuff that you actually need together in order to complete these challenges without having to go out and look for it every single time. So let's get into what some of those are. And remember, guys, if you do enjoy this or learn something new, please give me a big Vault Boy thumbs up and consider nuking that subscribe button on the way out. So some of the things I actually like to do is one of the challenges that you can get is eat pre-war food. Now there is one that says collect pre-war food, which is a whole nother issue in and of itself. You need to know where to get pre-war food, but this is how to prep for those challenges where you already need to actually do something, like already have the items available to you. So one of the things I like to actually collect is dog food, because you sometimes need to either collect dog food or eat dog food. So dog food is perfect for this because you have the challenge of eating the dog food and you also have the challenge of pre-war food, and it counts for that as well. So if you see a can of dog food while you're wandering around before the next season starts, start picking them up. You'll be surprised how many you can actually come up with, and then that way when it says eat 25 pre-war food, you have 25 cans and can just get it done without thinking about it or having to go and fuss or fight with other players to actually get those things done. So the next item I like to collect is alcoholic beverages, and I like to have a few of each type or just a whole slew of them. As you can see here, I have 31 beer and 97 Blackwater Brew. I also have Red At Lager and high voltage and all sorts of other things, wine, you name it, I got it. The reason why is I collect these for two different challenges. One is the Daily Quest Challenge. Daily Quest is a challenge where you actually have to complete a daily quest. A lot of players have a hard time figuring out a daily quest versus an event or what have you, and that is a completely different thing. So Biv has a daily quest where you go in every 24 hours-ish and you go in and you test or make different alcoholic beverages for him. He gives you some rare plans, and it's fantastic. Some of these plans are tradable and some of them are not. The ones that are tradable you can sell, and you can make some pretty good caps off of it. You might want to look into this one as well, because you need to complete so much of the storyline supposedly to actually complete some of the new updated quests that are coming with this season 16 update on the 26th. So with that being said, I definitely like to have these because he will ask for drink a Blackwater Brew and then go and shoot a critical shot or sell something or what have you. Like, he wants to test what the effects of these are on your intelligence or charisma or what have you. So the other thing is he may ask you to actually make something. When he does that, he will ask you to make that, and he will give you the recipe, which will then be non-tradable. because you automatically learn it. You have to then turn in that beverage to him to complete the daily. So the one thing that he does was the ballistic box. So I just normally carry around some ballistic box on me, and then that way when he says make it, I already have it and I can turn it in and my quest is done. Now the other challenge that I use this for is you have your daily and weekly challenges where it says you need to drink so many alcoholic beverages, not make them, but drink them. So with that being said, if I need to drink 25 or 30 alcoholic beverages, I can drink them in one sitting and just get it done and not have to worry about it. I don't have to go out looking for it or fight or fuss with other players. I can just do it and be done with it. And then that way I can move on to the next challenge or head back and do something else, play another video game, get back to the quest or storyline or whatever I'd like to do. Speaking of Bev, one of the actual recipes that he gives you is the ability to make Nuka-Cola Dark. Now Nuka-Cola Dark is one of the rare recipes. It is tradable, but it, like I said, it is rare and harder to get, so you really have to farm him in order to get this, and you sometimes have to actually drink Nuka-Cola Dark. So if that is a challenge that you would like to go ahead and be on top of, you could actually go ahead and get the recipe and start making these for yourself, or you could just go and farm them and buy them from the two vendors that actually sell it. Now, with Nuka-Colas being said, the third item I actually like to collect is Nuka-Colas, because there's always a challenge that says drink 20 Nuka-Colas, or you need to drink 5 Nuka-Cola oranges, or 5 Nuka-Cola cranberries, or grapes, or whatever they decide that you need to drink. I like to have a few of each. As you can see here, I have a ton because I am the master of carrying everything. I like to carry everything around and not be over encumbered, and that's what I aim to do. Now, the Nuka-Cola cranberries can be slightly tricky. Now, the only way to actually get Nuka-Cola cranberries is to find them in World. You cannot buy them and you cannot make them. So either you have to find them in a spawn location, which every player can actually get to and collect, or you need to have this exact collectron available to you. Now, does that mean you have to have this exact collectron down? No, you can put down any collectron that you would like, just as long as you have it programmed to collect Nuka-Colas. If you have it programmed to do so, you can actually collect Nuka-Cola cranberries. Otherwise, you cannot. The Nuka-Cola Quantum machine cannot collect cranberries. It is not capable of doing that. It can collect them if you have this collectron as one of your options. Now, the only problem with putting down a different collectron, like if you put down the SantaCon collectron or the dog collectron, they have different items that they are set to actually pick up. And because of that, they will continue to pick those up on top of actually picking up your Nuka-Colas. So you'll be missing out on trying to get your Nuka-Colas, your Nuka-Cola grapes, your oranges, your cranberries, all that stuff. It does not give you Nuka-Cola Dark. So that is one that you will be missing out on. So hopefully that will help you. I go ahead and just start, like I said, making the Nuka-Cola Dark because I have the recipe for it, and I go around and go ahead and start collecting them in the locations that I know that they're at, or if I'm just running around and I happen to see one, I will go ahead and pick them up. Another reason to actually pick up Nuka-Colas is if you're going to be making Nuka-grenades. Now, a lot of players use it. I use it to actually get through West Tech a lot faster because it has a good blast radius. Anyway, you need Nuka-Cola to actually make these. Now, you'll also need grenades, so that's another item that you might want to be farming as well. Now, the fourth item I like to go ahead and start getting a bunch of is anytime I come across a golf ball or anything that has cork in it like that, or any type of gold or silver item like a fork or something that doesn't weigh a ton, I like to go ahead and pick up and start putting it in my stash box, so that way when it says break down so many items that have gold or silver in it, I actually can do that. See, like the gold plated flip type lighter here, I have that. And then that way all I have to do is go in and pick it up and then scrap it, and I don't have to worry about whether or not I have to go find it or waste time finding it. I will already just go ahead and have it there and ready for me to use. So you can definitely start picking that up and farming that off of corpses after you've killed them, like the ghouls are really good about dropping it, or if you just happen to see them while you're wandering around the wasteland, you can start picking those up. And like I said, just pick up things that don't weigh a ton, so that way you will be ready to scrap the items, and not have to go out and waste all your time farming them. So, number 5, I like to make berry mentats. So, berry mentats are fantastic because they help you level up, which you can use to get through the first 100 levels of the scoreboard. Now, mentats they basically give you an increase in your intelligence, and intelligence increases how much XP you can earn. And for berry mentats, it is solely for intelligence, so it increases your intelligence by a bunch. So I like to go out and actually farm all the ingredients for this, or you can start buying them as you see them. I do have a whole guide for how to get the recipe and how to farm the items if you do not have those things. The sixth one, I like to farm my food buffs. I like to farm magazines. I like to farm all that stuff. So, like, I am a carnivore, so I like to have backwoodsman number 6. So I go around and try to vendor hop and buy these. I will try to trade for them. I will go around and go to places I know where there's magazines at and just farm the magazines and try to get as many as I possibly can, along with like leader baubles or intelligence baubles. I will also try to get those, and like I said, any type of food buffs. So for me, it'd be like broiled scorched beef brain or tasty squirrel stew. I like to go ahead and try to have those at the ready, so that way I can get us through the board as fast as possible by leveling up. Now, you might also need to do, like I said, the Nuka-grenades, which is the grenade. So anytime you see a frag grenade, you might want to go ahead and start picking that up, along with any Nuka-Colas that you may see lying around the wasteland. The last thing I like to do is I like to mule. I like to be ready to go. I don't want to have a whole bunch of stuff on my characters, even though I always have a bunch of stuff. But I'll make sure that I only have, a few weapons, and I have everything else has been put away on a different character, so that way I'm not taking up all my stash box. Because as you can see at the end of the season here, I am pretty full. I got 1,195 pounds in my stash box, so I definitely need to go through and kind of cut back some things and put stuff away. So let me know what you guys like to do to prep for your season. Do you have a different ritual that you do? Do you have different things that you like to farm for besides the food, the bobbleheads, magazines, and stuff like that, or even the grenades? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure to stop by and join our Discord, as we have a huge community that is growing there, and we can definitely help you out in case you have any further questions. Alright guys, love you guys, take care, and I'll see you in the wasteland. I'd like to take a moment to welcome my newest channel members to the Glowing Deathclaws. We have Kevin W., Big Daddy J, Salty Scholar, Dragmore, and Norbert Moore. Thank you guys so much for becoming channel members. I love each and every one of you guys. Alright, we'll see you in the wasteland. Take care.